Hello everybody and happy Monday! It is time for another episode of Mark's Monday Minutes in Portland Real Estate. And guess what? It is the week of October 30th, which means tomorrow is Halloween. What do? I went a little retro with one of my favorite old-time gear dress-ups, if you will, a pirate. Why? Well, because we've got all sorts of skeletons all around our house, and skeletons fit so well with pirates. Plus, I just happen to like pirates. So, let's move forward before anyone walks the plank. Let's get this whole story in, and then we'll feed the sharks. All right, the week of October 30th, Monday. Number of total listings out there, 4,391 listings in the Portland metro area. We have been bouncing at this right at 4,400 for 5 weeks in a row now. 4314, 4411, 4393, 4434, and now 4391. So we've hit the top. We've hit the ceiling. There's no reason to think we're going to have suddenly any more listings on the market. So we've probably hit the high water mark, if you will, on the side of the hull of the ship. Now, the new listings this week, 397, down from 431 last week and 432 the weeks before. Not a big surprise as we shift into these colder months. Yes, fewer new listings on the market. This is part of our seasonal trends back to a normal year, which it looks as if we are. The number of pending homes this week, 371, up from 315 the week before. Everybody was kind of quiet that 2 weeks ago, but we were at 362 the week before then. So we're just, again, we're tracking on these normal seasonal levels. The number of sold homes, 329. These were homes that went pending 4 to 5 weeks ago. Of course, the one number we watch to see activity is how willing are sellers to engage, how to attract buyers. We've seen 1,213 homes have a price adjustment in the last 45 days. This number is sitting consistent right there at that 1,200 point. It's at 27.6%. In fact, over the last 5 weeks, we'll talk about this, we're bouncing between 26.9 and 27.6%. So we're within 0.7%. Not much fluctuation, not much variability. Sellers are holding a firm line on the castle walls, if you will, defending against their prices. The number of homes coming soon in the next 21 days, 28, down from 30 and down from 33 the week before then. Once again, seasonally trending downwards as fewer sellers choose to put their home on the market during the holidays in the winter for a variety of reasons. Number of sold homes in the last 30 days, 1,302. This gives us the monthly supply, if you will, we'll call it the clearance rate, 3.32 months worth of inventory. That's the highest point we've seen, frankly, in about 5 years. Being aware of this, part of this, it's an artificial measure of how much buyer activity there is and how much sellers are on the market. If we see a bump in inventory, that number goes up, or if we see buyer activity in terms of written and accepted contracts go down, both of those can make that number go up. But if neither of them happen, the number can remain low, as it has now for several years. Now, let's talk about the 4-car garages, the garage homes. Homes with a 4-car garage or larger. There's 118 homes on the market currently, with 40 of them under $1 million, the affordable garage homes as we call it. There are 4 new homes this week, 3 of which are under $1 million, so there's some opportunity. Last week, we only had 1 under $1 million with 4 homes coming new to market. Number of pending homes this week with a 4-car garage, 3 of them, all of them over $1 million, so these are some opportunity buyers. Now, I will venture, and what we're seeing is for these homes that are over $1 million, these are more cash buyers who are not affected by mortgage rates to the same extent as others. So we're actually seeing more cash purchases above $1 million. That's just the market dynamics. Describe them how we will. The number of sold homes in the last week, 7, 2 of which are under $1 million. And the number of sold homes in the last 30 days, 21 of which have a 4-car garage, 9 of those were under $1 million. So a few opportunities out there. Now, the 3 takeaways this week, the ones that we had out there. Mortgage rates hitting 8% have now slowed down buyers for 3 weeks in a row, but not the sellers. Home prices are in fact still increasing, and sellers prepare for winter, and I have an opportunity for you. Let's go back to, again, open houses. Mortgage rates have been, since they've been hitting at 8% now for just at 3 weeks in a row, I've noticed the traffic coming through open houses, what other agents are reporting, has slowed down. Buyers are just not looking at homes in person. They've slowed down, they've stayed home, maybe they're enjoying the warm weather inside, the dry weather inside, but the activity, the attendance, the participation at open houses has definitely dropped down. Yet, sellers are not reducing their prices. As I mentioned, the percentage of homes with a price adjustment in the Portland metro area has not changed substantively in the last 5 weeks. Now, Case-Shiller, CoreLogic Case-Shiller report's been tracking median prices in the 20 metropolitan areas, largest metropolitan areas. They look at this. On a nationwide basis, we are looking at a 2.6% gain over last year. So home prices still continue to rise. They're still increasing. In fact, in Portland, we have a long-term average of 6.14%. So over 6% annual appreciation for owning real estate in Portland. Now, because of a statistical anomaly, I don't have the number right now for this year. It's going to be mostly flat, but it looks like maybe a slight increase. But again, if you've been making 6% on any investment over the years and able to live in it, that's pretty good digs. I mean, you don't have to go steal someone else's boat to live in that kind of arrangement. Now, the third point I talked about, sellers need to prepare for winter. What I advise my clients, and in fact I offer to my clients, is that if you have a vacant home, first and foremost, you want to make sure that you maintain the heat, because heat keeps the home inviting. If a buyer comes to the house to take a look at it, if they come into a cold house, they're literally going to give you the cold shoulder in return. So keep the house warm. It doesn't have to be 70 degrees, but at least 55 or 60, somewhere in there, so the pipes don't freeze. That's the second reason. First is make a happy buyer. Second of all is don't allow any frozen pipes, because that makes the issue get much more complex. Now, I also encourage a regular visit to your home if it's vacant, just to make sure that the leaves don't build up on the front door, that no one's left a package, Amazon, on the front door by mistake and it just sits out there. And in fact, for my clients in vacant listings, I'm happy to provide that service. For your home, if it's vacant, I will go by on a weekly basis. I'll give a quick check over, make sure the heat's on, give it a look over, and let you know in part of my weekly updates to all my clients. That's how I am a full service agent. If you'd like to know more about this, please feel free to reach out to me, Mark, at Portland Homes for Cars. My phone number, 503-703-0618. You can reach me anytime on that mobile number. And as I wrap this up, I'll leave you with one bad dad joke out there. What's a pirate's favorite letter? R. All right, folks, have a great week.